Over the Spirits portion of the Direct, the World of Light trailer, Sakurai's hands-on demo, and the Smash website, we were able to identify 425 different spirits, and man do some of them go far. They may not be an identical replacement for trophies, but some of the characters we've seen are so obscure, and others are beloved fan favourites who for some reason or another have not shown their faces in years. And for some, it's been decades. So join us as we count down the top 10 forgotten spirits showcased in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate thus far. Number 10. Kyle Hyde from Hotel Dusk. Hotel Dusk is something of a cult classic, and while the series certainly has its passionate fans, it's unlikely we'll ever see the return of this unique world. After all, it's been 11 years since the original Hotel Dusk hit store shelves, and its sequel Last Window didn't even release in America. Kyle did appear in Super Smash Bros. Brawl as a trophy, but even his appearance there was little more than a sticker on a trophy stand. And he didn't even make it into Smash 3DS or Wii U at all. I suppose it's fitting for a mystery game to have a character go missing. Number 9. Lip from Panel d'Upon. You're probably familiar with the lipstick item that's appeared in every Smash game since Melee, but do you know where it's from? Well, it's from the Japan-exclusive puzzle game Panel d'Upon, which Western audiences may know better as Tetris Attack. While our Lip was a Yoshi, her significance in Nintendo culture still remained rather prominent. She may not have started in a game for a couple of decades, but Lip is tucked away in Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, Planet Puzzle League, and you can even find her accessories in Animal Crossing New Leaf. Nintendo don't quite want to let go of Lip, but we have to wonder if we'll ever see her in the spotlight again. Either way, it's great that she's here in Ultimate, and not just her item. Number 8. Alexandra Rovius from Eternal Darkness. Every now and then, Nintendo will reinstate the trademark for Eternal Darkness, giving fans hope that one day, a sequel will emerge, or at the very least, a re-release. So far, it seems the cult classic psychological horror game will remain firmly on the GameCube. But this is the first time Alex has ever reappeared in anything but Eternal Darkness. And hopefully our spirit fight won't cause our Switches to delete their save data. Number 7. Black Shadow from F-Zero. We could have honestly put any F-Zero spirit in this spot, like Blood Falcon, Octoman, Pico, Jodie Summer, or Zoda. But for what's essentially the antagonist of the F-Zero series since F-Zero X, it's been a long time since we've seen Black Shadow. We at least got him as a trophy in Smash Wii U and 3DS, but as such a prominent figure for the franchise, it's insane that his last appearance was in 2004's Japan-exclusive F-Zero Climax for the Game Boy Advance. This guy's been in every F-Zero game since F-Zero X, yet arguably, Captain Falcon is the only character with a legacy in 2018. Number 6. Winky the Frog from Donkey Kong Country. Returns and Tropical Freeze kinda put animal buddies to the side and designed the vast majority of their levels with the limitations of the core platforming mechanics. And while it worked outstandingly well, it does suck that the only animal buddy to return was Rambi. But that's not the only way Winky was shafted. In fact, Winky hasn't reappeared in any game since the original Donkey Kong Country. He was all but replaced by Rattly in DKC 2 and Donkey Kong Land 2. While Rattly is also a spirit, we have to give attention to the guy that was robbed of the spotlight, and poor old Winky has basically been forgotten. Number 5. Tatanga from Super Mario Land. If you grew up with a Game Boy in Super Mario Land, then Tatanga might have even been your Bowser for quite some time. This alien was the antagonist of the first Mario Land, and even assisted Wario as a boss in Super Mario Land 2. But then, nothing. Princess Daisy would go on to fill the role of a spin-off character, and even make her way into Super Smash Bros., but her kidnapper simply got lost in the sands of time. To add insult to injury, this guy has never been in Super Smash Bros. In any form, not even as a sticker in Brawl. This spirit is essentially the first time we've seen this guy in 26 years. Number 4. FType from Stunt Race FX. Yes, FType is a spirit, but only a novice rating? Come on, Sakurai! Seemingly due to complications with the Super FX chip, Stunt Race FX has never been re-released. FType made its way into Super Smash Bros. Brawl as a sticker, but that's literally all we've seen of the poor guy since his 1994 debut. So essentially the only thing keeping FType and Stunt Race FX as a whole from being forgotten is Andre. Number 3. Kiddie Kong from Donkey Kong Country 3. Can we just move on from this one? Number 2! Oh, fine. So, Kiddie Kong starred alongside Dixie in Donkey Kong Country 3, and then he never reappeared again outside of Donkey Kong Land 3, probably because he's an awful abomination who deserves to be forgotten. But as a primary Kong in one of the 5 Donkey Kong Country games, I guess he's kind of a prominent character. But one could argue that he's not even really a spirit. As shown in the Direct, his inclusion actually comes from Dixie Kong's evolved form. For some reason when she evolves, she becomes Kiddie Kong and Dixie Kong combined into one spirit. So even Sakurai didn't want to give this guy his own time in the sun. Number 2, Donkey Kong Jr. Alright, let's move on to a much better Kong with Donkey Kong Jr. Despite being an arcade classic, when DKC came along, Diddy Kong basically replaced Jr. He's reappeared in a few spin-off titles like Mario Tennis, but then he was relegated to crowd filler in Mario Kart Double Dash. Heck, he's not even been a trophy since Melee, merely appearing as a sticker in Brawl. Of course, we can get to the point of whether Jr. was ever actually missing, but Derek has a 12-minute video on that. The gist is he's probably modern DK, but he's also maybe not. It's a bit confusing. Either way, if there's any Kong that deserves a chance to come back, it's without a doubt Jr. And not that snivelling Kiddie Kong. And number 1, Wart from Super Mario Bros. 2. It was weird that Tatanga merely had a prominent role in 2 Mario games, but Wart is from the sequel to one of the best-selling games ever, Super Mario Bros. Millions of people didn't see Wart as a replacement to Bowser, but merely the next enemy Mario faced down. And unlike everyone else on this list, Wart has gone the longest without any kind of cameo. Sure, there's a handful of re-releases of Mario 2, but outside of a brief Easter egg in Link's Awakening, Wart hasn't even been as much as a sticker. He's not obscure, millions of us know who he is, but he's without a doubt forgotten, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is his first cameo since 1993. So those are our 10 most forgotten spirits, but there's more on the way, so stay tuned as we dive back into our spirit haystack and bring you more coverage on the hundreds of spirits already shown in Smash Ultimate. But until then, thanks so much for watching, and of course be sure to subscribe to GameXplain for a lot more on Smash Ultimate, and other things gaming too. Until next time, bye.